Good morning, guys. How are you? Again, I have memorized the slang. Good morning. So, very good evening, guys. How are you? I hope you all are doing fine. Good evening, Sanjay. Very good evening, my friend. Seeing you after a very long time. I was missing you guys when I was taking linear programming problem on YouTube. All of you had studied from the Unacademy special classes, and I was teaching all alone. Good evening, Ashwin. Ashwin was the only guy who was all through with me during the LPP series. No issues, Sanjay, no issues. That was really nice, है ना? I like when students take logical, reasonable decisions. There was no need. I was just joking, है ना? Come on, guys, hurry up. Where is everyone? Okay. So, for those who do not know about this is a crash course on industrial engineering and operations research, which is no longer a crash course at all. It has become a full-fledged course. I am already in the 36th lecture in the series, and there are still more lectures to go. So in this lecture, my friends, I will be starting work study, which is a fairly important topic as far as the GATE examination is concerned. And my friends, I will be covering this topic with respect to the GATE examination only. Okay, so whatever content I will be giving you for this particular topic, work study, it will be relevant for the GATE examination only. Because remember, for the engineering services examination, a couple of questions have came from work study, but those are mostly theoretical, and some questions have even came in the engineering services prelims paper. ठीक है ना? So this topic is equally important as far as the GATE examination is concerned, as well as for the engineering services paper. So guys, for those who don't know me, let me just give a brief introduction of mine. My name is Manish Mishra. I secured an All India rank of 568 in GATE 2015. Good evening, Gopala. And since then, my friends, I have been teaching primarily for GATE and ESE. I have a cumulative experience of 5 years in teaching now. And the subjects that I primarily take are manufacturing science, industrial engineering, operations research, as well as material science. My friends, for those who do not know about this Manufacturing 2020 series, I have started a series by the name of Manufacturing 2020 on the Unacademy platform. Special classes which are absolutely free, as you might know. And the objective is that in just 20 days time, I will be targeting the entire manufacturing subject, which can fetch you 20 marks in the GATE 2021 paper. Every day I go live at 9 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. on the Unacademy app, special classes. I have started this series on the 10th of December. And very soon I will be completing this series that's on the 29th of December. So guys, if you want to watch my class, you can simply check out these timetable or schedule of manufacturing 2020, है ना? Tomorrow onwards I will be starting metal forming. At 9 a.m. in the morning. And if you want to watch this 9 a.m. class, my friends, then this is my profile page on the Unacademy app. By joining Unacademy in just 30 days time, I have become a verified educator on Unacademy, and I have a ranking of 95 among 1000 plus educators in the GATE and ESE category. So this milestone was possible because of the love and affection that you guys have shared with me. A very good evening, Fandu and Fact. Come on, man. Please share your real name with me. Fandu and Fact, I am like, this is quite a name. So if you want to watch my classes, you can simply scan this QR code using your mobile phone camera, and you will be able to see this page, my profile page. Just simply follow me there, and then all the notifications of my future classes will be coming to you. Okay, guys, remember, if you will be watching the Unacademy special classes, then remember to use the code triple M10 to unlock your free plan on the Unacademy app. Although the special classes are absolutely free, my name is Sonu. Okay, Sonu. My younger brother's name is Sonu. That's nice. So remember, guys, Unacademy special classes are absolutely free. But in order to watch those classes, you will have to unlock your free plan once, and you can do that by using the code triple M10 MMM10. There will be a prompt like this when you will be go on watching the special classes, where it will be written invite and enter an invite code to unlock your free plan. Just simply type triple M10 there, and your free plan will be activated. Okay. And guys, one more thing. Just recently, I have started a Telegram chat group. Okay, so this is a two-way group. It's not like I will be posting everything. It's a two-way group, a chat group where you can be chatting with me. Any discussion, any doubt that you have regarding any subject, not only industrial engineering, operations research, manufacturing science, or material science. In fact, any subject that you want to discuss, I am there on this Telegram group chat. ठीक है ना? Already 120 members are there in this group. So guys, let me tell you, every second day I will be uploading a practice sheet on this particular Telegram chat group. Okay, so I have already uploaded the practice sheet of casting today on this very Telegram group chat, and I have also shared with the students the PYQs of casting. Okay, so guys, this group can be highly beneficial for you in terms of your preparation, because every second day I will be uploading a complete practice sheet of any of the chapter from any of the subjects. Okay, and my friends, every doubt or any kind of discussion that you have to clear, you can join this group chat and I will be there for you. Okay, so simply scan this QR code using your mobile phone camera and you will be able to join this group. Okay, so let's start then. Let's start the industrial engineering and operations research series that we are currently running. And now, my friends, today in this very class, I will be starting work study. Okay, I will be starting work study. So, what is work study? So, let me just go by the definition first. So, work study says that it is used to examine the human work in all its context, which leads systematically to investigate the factors which affect the efficiency and the economy of the situation. Okay, so guys, now, what is work study? Okay, now what is work study? Let me just explain that to you so that you guys can relate that whatever is going to go in this inside this chapter, you guys can relate, and then only we will be able to solve the question and can have the feeling. Okay, so guys, suppose let's consider this brick. Take this charger brick. So somebody must have manufactured this brick. Okay, somebody must have manufactured this brick. Now, if you will see that this brick, my friends, it comes in different parts, different pieces. I mean, there is a plug adapter, 2-pin adapter here, and then there is a brick here itself, and then there is a USB socket. So let's say there are 3 different parts. Okay, now what happens, I gave this brick, I gave this different parts to, let's say, 10 of the people inside a factory. Suppose there is a factory where they assemble these chargers and they get these parts, different parts, 3 parts in different pieces all together, and there is a factory where they assemble this charger. So suppose I give this charger to 10 different people. I give the parts to 10 different people and I ask them that you have to join these parts together and form this complete charger. Okay, na? So now what happened, I gave this to 10 people and now I started noticing that what is the time they take to assemble these chargers. So now what happened, I go on to check on the first person. He assembled the charger in 10 seconds. He assembled the charger in 10 seconds only. Now I again stood by him and saw him assemble 2, 3 or 4 chargers. So every time the variation was around 1 second. So once he completed the assembly in 10, once in 9, one again in 11, one again in 10. So I took 4 readings and I observed that every time the mean is around 10 seconds. So he is basically taking 10 seconds to assemble this charger. Now similarly I went on to the second, third and fourth person and I recorded a very similar data like 9, 11, 11, 10, something like that. So everybody present there was assembling these chargers in almost the same amount of time. Okay, now what happened? Suppose out of these 10, there was somebody who was special, who was the Batman. There was somebody who was the Batman. Hai. I mean, Batman being a human, he performs every task with some super efficiency. So that's why I am saying that out of that 10, one was a Batman. Okay, na? One person was a Batman. Now he was assembling the charger in just 6 seconds time. Then again in 7 seconds. Then again in 5 seconds. Then again in 6 seconds. Now, in order to see whether he is actually assembling this in 6 seconds or it is just a matter of chance, I stood for 4 more readings. I took 4 readings, but I stood for 4 more readings, and again he showed the same results 6, 7, 5, 6. I hope people are getting my point. Now, what happened? He was using a completely different trick. Somehow he managed the entire assembly process. Whatever different parts were given to everybody. So there was a shelf, a tray in which all the parts were placed haphazardly. इधर उधर सब कुछ रखा हुआ था, है ना? But this man, what he did, he made sure that he organized everything in front of him. He placed one parts at one position, one parts at another position, and one part at the another position. Now it was quite easy for him to select one part and simply attach it to the body. And then also, after organizing everything, he was assembling it in a completely different way. He used to pick one part from here, one part from the right hand, one from the left hand, assembled, then put it in the tray. So basically when I saw him assembling this charger, I was mesmerized that everybody is like doing this thing in 9-10 seconds and he is doing in 6-7 seconds. So now my friends, this Batman is important for me. I will ask my engineers, my researchers, that study the technique of this Batman. Check out what special he is doing. Now they will start applying all the engineering, mathematics, science behind his methods, his activity. They will be recording all kinds of data. Basically, they will be using this Batman as a lab rat. I hope you people are getting my point. Why? Because let me tell you, if I have 10 people who are taking 10 seconds each, then my friends, in a minute time, I will be able to produce 6 number of chargers through one man, and 10 man will be able to produce 60 chargers. But if this Batman is assembling a charger in 6 seconds on an average, Then my friend, if I have 10 batsmen like him, if I have 10 batmen like him, then in 1 minute, my friends, I can make sure that there are not 60 but 100 chargers. There are not 60 but 100 chargers. I hope you people are getting my point. Not 60 but 100 chargers. My productivity just almost my productivity doubled. The duration in which I was producing 60 chargers, this Batman has shown me the path, the way that he can produce 100 chargers in 1 minute. So now what I will do, I'll make sure that my engineers study his methods, study his techniques. They study each and every small activity that he is performing to assemble this charger. If somebody is taking 2 seconds to assemble this like this, then if he is taking 1.5 second, how he is saving 0.5 second? That, my friend, is called as work study. That, my friend, is called as work study. Work study, काम की पढ़ाई, to study the work, simply means that it is used to examine the human work in all its contexts, which leads systematically to investigate the factors which affects the efficiency and economy of the situation. So basically, if I will be able to extract the technique from this Batman, how he is assembling, where he is saving time, where he is saving steps, what he is doing in terms of the raw material, how he is organizing everything. So if I can study each and everything about his work, then I can definitely learn from his techniques, and I will be able to impart that very technique to every other man labor I have. That's why whenever you go to a company and organization, basically they put you under training. You are a trainee at first. And remember, when you are a trainee, my friend, they are basically trying to teach you the techniques of how you should be assembling this charger. Not your way, but their way, which can enhance their productivity, which can make their manufacturing process more efficient, more economical. So that, my friend, is called as work study. Now let me move on. ठीक है ना? Now work study consists of method study as well as time study. So work study consists of two domains, method study as well as time study. So as I have just mentioned, that if that Batman is assembling the charger differently, then what I will do, I will try to learn his method, how he is actually assembling that very charger, how his methodology is different from others. So I will try to study his method, his actions. I hope you people are getting my point. And what else I will be studying? I will be performing a time analysis, that where he is actually saving time. I mean, I don't know whether you guys follow motorcycle Grand Prix or not. Moto GP. I am a huge fan. I am a huge fan of motorcycle Grand Prix. Every year there are 18 odd races at 18 different locations all around the world. And there is a motorcycle Grand Prix championship where there are around 25 riders riding a 1000cc motorcycle. And I don't know whether you have heard this fellow's name or not, Valentino Rossi. I mean, he is a legend. ठीक है ना? A living legend. Not only a living legend, he is a performing legend. He is still in the sport. He is somewhere around 40 years old and he still rides a 1000cc motorcycle like a 20 years old. Okay, so Minachi Sundaram is saying yes. So maybe he is following. So let me tell you a story about Valentino Rossi. है ना? It was the year 2015, 5 years back, and Valentino was 35 years old, and his arch enemy Mark Marcus a 23-year-old Spaniard, a Spanish fellow. He was just 23 years old and he was riding the motorcycle like anything. So Marc Marquez rides a Honda, whereas Valentino Rossi rides a Yamaha. So it was 2015 and there was a track. So basically what happens in motorcycle Grand Prix, that this race technically starts from the weekend, that is on Saturday. So basically Saturday what they do, they just open the track for half an hour and every rider has a chance to go around the track and they have to make sure that they give their best time so that they can cover the entire track in the minimum possible time they can. So suppose there are 25 riders and everybody has been given a 30-minute slot. So everybody is riding on the track. So on the Saturday, they decide that out of those 25, who is going to stand on the first row, who is going to stand on the second row, then the third, then the fourth, and so on. So that everybody won't be standing on the Sunday race at a straight line. Someone is at the front, someone is at the back. So they decide that very position on Saturday by allowing everyone to go on the track and ride on their limits. So whoever top that chart, whoever laps the track fastest, he is going to hold the first position. Okay. So what happens on the Saturday, Valentino Rossi was 10th. Out of 25 riders, he was on 10th position. I was extremely sad that what happened to him, why he is not riding well today. But on the Sunday, they give every riders a chance to go around the track in the morning for around 1 hour so that it is like a practice session where they can fine tune their motorcycles for the race in the afternoon or in the evening. So in the morning session, Valentino Rossi went onto the track and in front of him was his arch enemy Marc Marquez. He was also practicing. So Marquez on Saturday was first. He was the fastest on the track. He was ripping apart. And Valentino was on 10th position. Now what happened? Valentino on the practice day started following Marc Marquez. He started following him and started noticing that how Marc Marquez is riding. Valentino was pretty sure that there are 3 sections in the track, 3 turns in the track where Marc Marquez was saving time. He was saving around 0.1 or 0.2 seconds on those 3 corners. So Valentino, what happened? He just started following Marc Marquez and Marc Marquez didn't knew about this. He was riding at its own pace, full speed, and Valentino started following him like anything. Now, I don't know what he did, but on the Sunday morning, he followed Marc Marquez, and on the very afternoon that day, at 2:30 p.m., when the race started, within 10 minutes of the race, Valentino was first. He started the race from 10th position. Within 10 minutes, he was on the first position, and he ended the race by winning the very race. He defeated Marc Marquez. And on those 2 sections of the tracks where he was losing time to Marc Marquez, he actually improved his time and made sure that his time was better than Marc Marquez. I mean, I did not get any other example better than this to explain this to you guys. My friends, this is what is called as time study. Valentino first made sure that on which part of the track, on which corner Marc Marquez was better than him by calculating his time. He first made sure that he was taking this much time, Marc Marquez was taking this much time on this part of the track, and he made sure that he find out then on that very section of the track that what he is doing is special. So if you want to improve upon your work, if you want to better on your work, if you want to start studying better, if you want to score good marks in GATE examination, if you want to excel in GATE examination, hold a good rank in GATE examination, what you guys do? You simply go after someone who has already done that, who is already a topper, who is already teaching in this field. I hope you people are getting my point. So someone who has already done that, you seek him or her advice that how to do it. and then by taking someone's advice, you develop a methodology which can benefit you in the most optimum way. So remember, my friends, work study has two domains. One is method study, other one is time study. Both have a similar objective, that we have to improve upon the work efficiency. Whatever we are working, we have to improve on that. We have to develop a better system by studying different methods, by studying time. So I hope you people are getting my point. So now let us start method study. Okay. So let me tell you guys, let me tell you straight away, method study, है ना, there is no possibility of a numerical question from method study in the GATE examination. Method study is mostly theoretical, है ना. There was an instance in engineering services paper when they asked match the following question from method study. So I will be telling you that from where that question came from. So method study is very small. It is mostly theoretical, है ना. So let us study method study a bit, and then we will move on to time study, where the actual action is there. We will be actually solving the numericals. Okay. So method study, it involves a systematic recording and critical examination of existing methods. As I said, the person who is assembling the charger in 5 seconds, we will be scrutinizing every step of his, how he is picking the parts, how he is managing the parts. So each and every small step that he will be performing, we will be recording and critically examining those steps. And then we will be proposing ways. Once we have done the study on his methodology, then we will propose other ways to do the work and develop easier and more effective methods. It results in the production of work content. Basically, it increases productivity. Now, what are the objectives of method study? Why method study is done? What are the objectives behind method study? So it improves on the process and procedure, है ना. So guys, remember, I gave you an example of Henry Ford when I was explaining you line balancing. So Henry Ford was the first person who developed the concept of line balancing, or who developed the concept of assembly line. Watching and learning Manisha session is like going into an adventure on that concept. Thank you, Ashwin. So guys, I was telling you about Henry Ford. है ना? Henry Ford was the first person who coined the assembly line, who developed the assembly line for manufacturing his Model T cars. है ना? So how he obtained that? How he managed to do that? Because he basically studied the entire assembly process of a Model T car, the entire manufacturing process of a Model T car, by being a very observant human being, and by observing it with 100% concentration, he was able to develop a method which was much more easier, which was much more efficient. So basically, my friends, if you perform method study, you will improve the process of how the manufacturing or how the assembly is being done, and whatever the procedure that are there, you will also improve on those procedures. Then improvement in the design of plant and equipment. Now what is this? I mean, if you go to a modern industry setup or a modern manufacturing setup, I mean, what kind of a super efficient system they have. ठीक है ना? I was watching a video a couple of days back on the manufacturing plant of Kia Motors. ठीक है ना? So Kia Motors recently have set up a manufacturing division in India. They have launched a couple of cars and they have got quite a success in India. Okay, so those manufacturing units are super efficient, my friends. I mean, everything inside that plant is there where it should be. Okay, na? So if there is some section where they are performing the body shop, where they have a body shop where every body part is getting assembled and then goes for painting and everything. So everything is at a very spot on position where it should be. So everything is connected in such a way that every part of the system is super efficient. I hope you are getting my point. When you go sit on a table to study, you expect that everything is in your reach. Your pen, your pencil, your notebook, your laptop, your mobile phone, your charger, everything is in your reach. है ना? So basically, if everything is in a very reachable point, a place, then we say that that process of the system is super efficient. But we can only develop that when we have a performed proper method study, when we know how we are going to study, what are the things we are going to require when we will sit on and study, why I need a laptop, why I need a charger for that laptop, where should the charger be placed, where should the plug point of the charger be. So my entire desk, my entire setup becomes more efficient, more functioning. I hope you people are getting my point, है ना? Now the third is the improvement in man, machine and material. Now why I am saying man, machine and material are improving? So guys, if the company has developed a proper methodology of assembling something, then they will be treating their every man, providing them training that how to improve upon their work. So basically the human resource they have, that human resource will be enhancing. ठीक है ना? It will be improving. Whatever machines they have, if they have found out that this machine is limiting us to perform a certain task which can be performed in a different way, and there we can save more time, then they can even modify those machines. I hope you are getting my point, है ना? They can even modify those machines. And materials are also improving. Why? Because if we are working more efficiently, then we are basically utilizing the materials in their best possible form. So guys, that was the objective of method study. That is all that is required in this chapter for method study. But now time study is the most important domain of this chapter. Let us start time study, where we will have to perform certain numericals also. Okay, now time study, which is also known as work contact or work measurement. So time study is a work measuring method where we try to measure work with respect to time. Okay, sir, आप प्लस प्लेटफॉर्म पे हो, अमल लोचाब, for an educator to be on plus platform, they must have at least 2 months time spent on the Unacademy platform. So right now I have completed around a month on the Unacademy platform, and I need one more month, and then they will be allotting me the plus classes. Okay, so it's not like yes, I am a plus educator, I have a proper contract with Unacademy, which is a plus educator contract, but they will give me the plus classes only when I will spend 2 months time on the platform. So it is a work measuring method. Every job is broken down into a number of elements, and most scientific methods are being developed to perform each element. So like I said, Valentino Rossi, है ना? There was a track which had a length of around 5 kilometers. Suppose a track was like this. है ना? So like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 corners in that track. 6 corners in that track are there. ठीक है ना? Now, as I am saying that time study is a work measuring method. So how Valentino performed the time study? So basically what he did, he noticed first that what is the time he takes to go around every one of these corners, and then he noticed that how much time his rival, his enemy takes to go around these corners. And he noticed that let's say there are 3 corners, this corner, this corner and this corner. So there were the 3 corners where he was lagging behind. So basically what he did, he first broke down the job into number of elements. The job was to go around this entire track as fast as possible. But basically he broken down the job into different elements. He decided that the track is made out of turns. If I can corner each turn as fast as possible, then my entire job will basically be completed in a very brief amount of time. So what he did, he first broke down the job into number of elements, and then he studied his enemy's techniques and even improved upon his technique and developed the most scientific method to perform each corner as fast as possible. And ultimately, he developed a technique which helped him to win the race. So what is time study? We will first break down the job into number of elements, and then we will improve upon each of that element. We make sure that we perform each of the elemental job, small job, going around the track going around the corner as fast as possible, and then we can improve upon the entire job itself. I hope people got my point. Okay, now नहीं आपका IOR का कोर्स वहां देख रहा था. Amal, you must be watching my IOR course on the Unacademy special class. So special class, my friend, is absolutely free, whereas the plus class you will have to take a subscription which is chargeable, है ना? So I am not yet on the chargeable platform. I will be there once I have spent around 2 months time on the Unacademy special classes as well as on the YouTube classes. So this is for every educator out there. Yes, है ना? Now, let me just dig deep into time study. So time study is designed to establish the time for qualified worker. So the qualified worker here is Mark Marcus, who was doing wonders, going around the track in the fastest time. ठीक है ना? So time study is designed to establish. So basically, Valentino, what he did, he studied the time of Mark Marcus to carry out a specified job at a defined level of performance. He was the most performant fellow. Sir, repeat again, please. Infinity World Galaxy. What do you want me to repeat? What do you want me to repeat? Just tell me. I hope others are not going to mind. I am waiting for this fellow. He has asked me some doubt. He is basically asking me to repeat. So what do you want me to repeat? Work measurement. Okay, so work measurement or time study. So let me just tell you one more time. So suppose this was the track, है ना? This was the track, and there were like 6 corners on this very track. There were like 6 corners on this very track. Now the objective was to go around this track in the fastest time possible. Suppose we start at this point and we have to make sure that we go around this very track and we return at this very position. And we have to make sure that we go around this track in the minimum time possible, as fast as possible. Okay, now if I want to, सर यहाँ से कोर्स फॉलो कर तब भी ये पूरा हो जाएगा ना? बस एक बार ये बता दो. Amal, I will answer your question. Let me first clear the doubt of Infinity World Galaxy. Okay, so basically this is my starting and ending point on the track, है ना? Now if I want to improve my time, if I want to make sure that I go around this track even faster, what I can do, है ना? First I will analyze that in which parts of the track I am performing well or I am performing even better than others. Suppose these are the points, these are the sections where I am more than good, I am excellent, let's say. But these 3 sections, this section and this section of the track are the 3 sections where I am lagging behind with respect to someone who is excellent, who is actually going around the track fastest. I hope you are getting my point. Now what I did, I simply first compare the time. I simply first compare the time of the fastest man around these corners and my time. Now when I considered that his time was better than mine, then I will be able to understand that I am weaker at these sections of the track. I am weaker at these sections of the track. I have to improve upon this. So basically, by measuring the time, I was able to measure my work, that my work was not up to the mark at these 3 sections of the track. So if you will study the overall concept, so basically what I have done, the objective was to go faster around the entire track, but I simply broke down the entire job into small elements, into number of corners. सर कैन यू एक्सप्लेन सम पार्ट इन हिंदी? अरे डेफिनेटली भाई, हिंदी बोल देते हैं. सुनो, मैं कह रहा हूं कि एक ट्रैक है, उसका एक चक्कर मारना है एकदम फास्ट, ठीक है ना? अब उस ट्रैक के ना 6 मोड़ हैं, उस ट्रैक में 6 कॉर्नर हैं, 6 मोड़ हैं, ठीक है। अब तेरे को क्या करना है, सुनना मेरी बात को ध्यान से। तूने देखा कि 3 मोड़ ऐसे हैं ट्रैक में जहां पे तेरा जो कॉम्पिटिटर है वो साला तेरे से तेज जा रहा है, वो भगा रहा है एकदम गाड़ी, वहां पे तू उस 3 मोड़ पे अच्छा गाड़ी चला नहीं पा रहा है। तो अभी क्या हुआ, तूने पहले उसका टाइम मेजर कर लिया उस 3 मोड़ पे, फिर देखा कि यार तेरा टाइम तो उससे ज्यादा लग रहा है, तब तेरे को समझ में आया ना कि तू उन 3 मोड़ पे जो है उससे जो है वो धीरे चला रहा है। अब तेरे को उन 3 मोड़ पे इंप्रूव करना है, यू हैव टू इंप्रूव अपॉन ऑन दोस 3 मोड़, ठीक है ना। लेकिन ये जो पूरा का पूरा एनालिसिस था ये मैंने किया कैसे, अरे मेरा काम था ट्रैक का चक्कर तेजी से मारना, लेकिन मैंने पहले ट्रैक को 6 हिस्से में तोड़ दिया, 6 स्मॉल हिस्सों में तोड़ दिया, 6 मोड़ पे तोड़ दिया, क्योंकि 6 मोड़ मिला के ही तो पूरा ट्रैक बन रहा है ना। तो हर मोड़ पे अगर मैं महारत हासिल कर लूंगा तो पूरे ट्रैक पे तो महारत हासिल हो ही जाएगी। सो टाइम स्टडी क्या बोलता है कि वो एक वर्क मेजरमेंट मेथड है। टाइम स्टडी इज अ वर्क मेजरिंग मेथड वेयर वी मेजर वर्क विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम। तो हमने अपना काम को कैसे मेजर किया, दूसरे का टाइम मेजर किया, अपना टाइम मेजर किया और वहां से तुलना कर दिया कि यार मैं तो सही नहीं चला रहा हूं। उसके बाद हर जॉब को छोटे छोटे जॉब में तोड़ दिया। आई ब्रोक डाउन द जॉब इनटू स्मॉलर नंबर ऑफ जॉब्स। पूरे ट्रैक का चक्कर मार के फास्ट करना है, छोड़ो वो ना, तुम एक एक मोड़ को फास्ट कर लो, ट्रैक फास्ट हो जाएगा। दैट इज द एंटायर कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ टाइम स्टडी। मेरे को लगता है कि अब भैया गैलेक्सी जी आपको समझ में आ गया होगा। अपना असली नाम बता दो भैया, हिंदी बुलवा लिए आप मेरे को क्लास में। नाउ लेट मी प्रोसीड विद टाइम स्टडी, ठीक है ना। तो बेटा लोग, टाइम स्टडी इज डिजाइंड टू एस्टैब्लिश द टाइम फॉर क्वालिफाइड वर्कर टू कैरी आउट अ स्पेसिफाइड जॉब, ओके आशु, एट अ डिफाइंड लेवल ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस, at a defined level of performance. So guys listen to this, है ना। As I have said कि the most qualified worker was Mark Marcus, someone who was going around this track superbly fast, ठीक है ना। So what time study does, it is designed to establish the time of the qualified worker to carry out a specified job at a defined level of performance. Mark Marcus was performing at its best. He was the best man on the track, the most qualified man, the most qualified worker. So time study will basically try to observe Mark Marcus. Time study is a work measurement technique for recording the times and rates of work for the element of a specified job carried out under the specified condition, and for analyzing the data so as to obtain the time necessary for carrying out the job at a defined level of performance. So basically everybody will be behind Mark Marcus. They will try to notice how he is going around every corner, what special he is doing, at what speed he is going around that corner, what type of tires he is using, what kind of engine mapping he is using. I don't know whether you guys know these terms or not, but tires are the most important part. There are 3 types of compounds used in racing: a soft compound, a medium compound, and a hard compound. So the soft tire, they have the most amount of grip, but the soft tire wears faster, whereas the hard tire, it has the least amount of grip, but as the race progresses it becomes softer and gains grip. So it is a completely different strategy now. If like someone has developed a motorcycle which will be going faster in the initial part of the race, suppose you have a 10 lap race, you have to go around the track 10 times. Now a softer tire, if you will choose, you can go faster in the first 3-4 laps, and then when the tire will starts wearing out, your speed will gets decreasing. Similarly, if you have chosen a hard section tire, for the initial laps you will be very slow, but later on when the race will be around 4-5 laps over, you will gain the speed with respect to others. I am getting into a bit of a technical point now, so let us leave that. All I am saying is that we will be basically studying the techniques of Mark Marcus, the conditions of Mark Marcus, the environment of Mark Marcus, all with respect to time, by measuring time at each and every corner he is going, so that I can develop a strategy for every other rider and help them to improve upon their times and let them go even faster around that very track. So I hope you all have understood the concept of time study. So now let me propose the purpose of time study or work measurement. Purpose, why we are performing time study. Number one, to evaluate workers' performance. To evaluate workers' performance means what? I mean, suppose you have 10 students. I have 10 students in my class right now. I have 10 students in my class right now. How will I come to know that who is a grade A student, who is a grade B student, who is a grade C student? Array, simple, my friends. I will give you all one question. I will ask all of you to solve this question. Now, out of those 10 students, some might be able to solve it, some might not be able to solve it. Those who might not be able to solve it, I might put them in category C. Those who will be able to solve, then I will check what time they took. Let's say somebody solved the question in just 1 minute. I might put them in grade A. Someone took 5 minutes. I might put him in grade B. So basically, whatever labor I have, whatever resource I have, I need to evaluate my worker. I need to find that which grade he belongs to, what kind of a worker he is, whether he is a A class fellow, B class fellow, or a C class fellow. So number one thing that time study will help me to obtain is my workers' performance. I hope you people are getting my point. Second, determine the labor input required to perform the task. Now what is this? Suppose my friends, you have a factory where you are basically assembling these chargers. You manufacture these chargers. Now somebody gave you a contract that he need 10,000 pieces of these chargers. He need 10,000 pieces of these chargers and he has given you a time duration. Then in 1 month, he need 10,000 chargers. Now you have 10 people in the factory. You have 10 people in the factory. Now these 10 people together, they produce 100 chargers in 1 hour. In 1 hour time, they produce 100 charger, these 10 people. So now you know that there is an 8-hour shift. So every day, 8-hour working shift means that they will be able to produce around 800 chargers. Now, Saturday, Sunday are going to be off. Weekends, they are not going to work. So there are 20 working days in the entire month. So 800 into 20, that gives me 16,000. So I have the work capacity of 16,000. So if somebody is asking me 10,000 chargers in 1 month, I will be able to provide him. But let's say somebody asks me 20,000, then my 16,000 capacity won't be able to compete with that. I will need extra laborers, extra workers, extra man, so as to complete the job. So it helps me to determine the labor input required to perform the task. Now how I got to know this time? I basically know this time because of time study. I performed time study. I evaluated how much time one worker take to manufacture one charger. That's why I can make all the time calculation, my friends. Now, determine the available capacity. The available capacity means that he ordered me 20,000 in 1 month, but my available capacity is of 16,000. So this capacity means that compare work methods. So why time study is helping me to compare work methods? If Mark Marcus was going around the corner faster than Valentino Rossi, then basically Mark Marcus was cornering that very corner must be in a better way by opting for a better method. So basically I was able to compare both of their methods by measuring the time in which they corner that very part of the track. To establish the wage incentive scheme. What is wage incentive scheme? My friends, wage incentive scheme is basically that if you work for extra hours, how much more you will be paid. So how they can calculate that? They can calculate that on the basis of this much only, that if they have evaluated that 10 workers can contribute 100 chargers in 1 hour, then if a single worker is going to work for an extra hour, he will be producing at least this much amount of charger, and this much amount of charger can fetch the company a profit of this much, and this worker should be allotted this much from the profit. So this is going to be the incentive scheme. I hope you people are getting my point. Whatever pay scale a company decide, all of them depends upon time study. Grade A worker will be paid more. because he is contributing more to the system. Grade C worker will be paid less. I hope you people are getting my point. I hope you people are getting my point. Now, the techniques of work measurement. So, techniques of work measurement, my friends, there is two techniques, work sampling and stopwatch time study. From both these techniques, numericals come in the gate examination. So now we will be basically tackling the first technique, that is work sampling, and we will try to understand how work sampling works, and then we will be solving numerical. So now let me do one thing. Let me just take you to the numerical. Let me just take you to the numerical section. And then through this, I will be explaining the entire concept of work sampling. Okay? सुनते चलिएगा. Listen to me very carefully. So now in this question, it has been said that while moving through the workshop, a supervisor finds that 20% of the time operator is not working on a press or on a machine basically. So basically it is saying that there is a workshop and there is a supervisor who is in charge of that workshop, who is looking after everything, who is looking after the workers. So this supervisor, he was moving through the workshop, he was checking everybody out, and he finds that 20% of the time operator is not working on the machine. So basically if he is saying 20%, then it is a possibility that he might have taken 5 full rounds of the workshop, and out of those 5 rounds, one time, so 20% basically is 1/5 now. So 5 rounds were taken, and in one round the supervisor was not much working on the machine. He must have gone on to take a leak, or to smoke a cigarette, or to have a cup of chai or anything. Okay, so the supervisor is saying that 20% of the time the operator is not working on a press. This he identifies by making 20 rounds. So I was saying that he was taking 5 rounds, but he actually took 20 rounds. So remember, out of 20 rounds, 20% of the time, that means out of 20 rounds, he has observed that 4 times he was absent, 4 times he was not working. I hope people are getting my point. Now they have basically asked me that with 95% confidence and 5% precision, how many rounds the supervisor should make to justify the 20% idleness of the machine. Now consider it like this. Suppose the supervisor has made a criteria that if he finds that somebody has skipped work 20% of the time, somebody has skipped a class 20% of the times in a month. In a month there are 20 classes, let's say. From Monday to Friday there are 20 classes. Now out of these 20 classes, if somebody has missed 4 classes, that is 20% of the classes, then he or she should be thrown out of the class, suspended. Now they are saying that if the supervisor has to make this decision of throwing out this worker, then if he wants to confirm this 20% absenteeism, 20% idleness, not working of the worker, if he want to say this point with 95% confidence and 5% accuracy, then how many rounds the supervisor should make to justify this statement? So basically, my friends, what is, first of all, let us understand what is precision. So precision is basically, let us say it is the repetition of accuracy. The repetition of accuracy. So what is repetition of accuracy? So guys, when I say that let's say you go to a tailor and you get a shirt stitched from the tailor, ठीक है ना? So the tailor measured that your waistline is 32 inches. So basically he took the cloth and he cut the cloth and he made sure that he exactly what do you say? He exactly stitch the shirt in such a way that the waist is 32 inches. So that I will say is accuracy. That he measured the cloth accurately, cut the cloth accurately, stitched the shirt accurately. But if I will ask him that I need another shirt like this, same shirt, everything should be same. My question to you is, will he be able to repeat that accuracy again? It is questionable. He might not. There is a chance that he might stitch another shirt with the same dimension, exact dimension. But there is also a good chance that somewhere here and there some millimeter goes off and goes by and the same shirt was not there. So that repetition of accuracy, if the tailor will be able to repeat the very job again, then we say that it is called as precision. Somebody will be doing his job precisely when he is hitting the mark again and again, again and again, again and again. So the supervisor, he has a task. He need to look upon everybody in the workshop, on every worker. So there is a very good chance that if this supervisor checked the entire workshop 20 times and he found that the worker was missing 4 times out of those 20, there is a very good chance that out of these 4, he was aware for the 3 times, but 1 time that worker was present in the workshop, but he was not able to see him. He must have gone to the toilet. He must have gone to the workstation of somebody else. He must have gone to the safety room. So he must have been anywhere. So there is a very good possibility that out of these 4 absent moments, he was actually absent for 3 times, but 1 time he was present. So then I will say that the supervisor, my friend, is accurate for 75% of the time, but 25% of the time the supervisor is inaccurate. He is not precise. So if I want 5% precision, just 5% error, out of 100 readings I want 95 readings to be 100% sure, but 5 readings can be there which can go off and like that. So if out of 100 I am sure for 95 times, then I will say I have an accuracy or a precision of 5%. I hope you people are getting my point. So infinity world galaxy not understood, Sarji. Ashu, you are making my job difficult, but that is the beauty, है ना? So let me just explain this to you. I said, मैंने ये बोला कि एक कौन है, सुपरवाइजर है जो एक वर्कशॉप में निगरानी करता है कि कितने वर्कर आए काम पे, कितने वर्कर नहीं आए. तो ये क्या करता है, ये वर्कशॉप का रोज चक्कर मारता है, ठीक है ना. अब महीने में 20 दिन वर्कशॉप में काम होता है, 10 दिन छुट्टी रहती है. तो ये 20 के 20 दिन चक्कर मारा. इसने देखा कि 4 दिन तक जो ये वर्कर था, 20 दिन में से 4 दिन जो है काम पे नहीं आया. अब 20 में से 4 दिन काम पे नहीं आया, तो भैया मालिक ने बोला है कि अगर कोई आदमी 20% छुट्टी मार देता है, 20 दिन में से 4 दिन काम पे नहीं आता, उसको काम से भगा दो, ठीक है ना. बट मालिक ने ये भी बोला है कि बेटा ऐसा करने के लिए, किसी को भगाने के लिए, किसी को रोजी रोटी छीनने के लिए तुमको अपनी बात में दम मालूम होना चाहिए, तुमको 95% कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए और 5% तुम्हारे अंदर प्रिसीजन होना चाहिए. तो मैं ये समझा रहा था कि प्रिसीजन क्या होता है. मैंने कहा कि मान ले तू टेलर के पास गया और तूने कहा टेलर को कि भैया मेरे को नाप ले लो और एक शर्ट बना दो. टेलर ने तुम्हारी कमर नापी, बोला 32 इंच कमर है. टेलर ने कपड़ा लिया, कपड़ा काटा, कपड़े को सिया, शर्ट बनाई, एकदम बराबर सटीक 32 इंच कमर की. तुमने शर्ट पहना, तुमको मजा आ गया, अरे वाह. तुमने टेलर को बोला भैया एक काम करो ना, एक उस रंग वाली शर्ट भी इसी नाप से बना दो, एकदम इधर उधर मत करना, आपने एकदम सटीक शर्ट बनाई है, ऐसे ही शर्ट बना दो. टेलर ने दोबारा कपड़ा काटा, दोबारा शर्ट सी. अब हो सकता है कि वो दोबारा अगर बना रहा है तो एग्जैक्ट बना दे 32 इंच, या हो सकता है कि 32 दशमलव कुछ ऊपर या कुछ नीचे हो जाए। तो बेटा अगर ऊपर नीचे हो गया ना तो वो जो एक्यूरेसी थी पहली बार की वो दोबारा रिपीट नहीं हो पाई। अगर रिपीट हो जाती तो मैं कहता कि टेलर का काम बड़ा प्रिसाइज है। प्रिसीजन का मतलब होता है एक्यूरेसी को दोबारा तिबारा चौबारा पचारा छटारा सब बार अचीव कर लेना। सो जो आदमी एक्यूरेसी को जितने बार अचीव कर ले वो उतना ज्यादा प्रिसाइजली काम कर रहा है। तो यहां पे जो मेरा सुपरवाइजर था उसका काम था कि वर्करों की छुट्टी गिनना, वर्कर एब्सेंट है इस चीज को नोट करना। अब सुपरवाइजर ने अगर नोट किया कि 20 दिन में 4 दिन मेरा वर्कर झोल करके गायब हो गया है, तो हो ये सकता है ना कि 4 में हो सकता है, मैं ऐसा नहीं कह रहा कि होगा ही, हो सकता है कि ये जो 4 दिन मैंने वर्कर की छुट्टी गिनी थी एक्चुअली में हो सकता है कि वर्कर ने 3 ही दिन छुट्टी मारी हो, चौथी बार वो अवेलेबल रहा हो वर्कशॉप में, लेकिन जब मैं वर्कशॉप घूमने गया तब वो वर्कशॉप पे प्रेजेंट नहीं था। हो सकता है वो बॉडी शॉप में हो, वो सेफ्टी इंजीनियर के साथ कुछ मामला सलटा रहा हो, वो कहीं पर भी गया हो, समझ रहे हो ना। हो सकता है कि वो वर्कशॉप के काम से कहीं बाहर गया हो, लेकिन मैंने तो उसको एब्सेंट नोट कर लिया। तो अगर मैं 4 बार में 3 बार सही रीडिंग ले लिया उसकी छुट्टी की, एक बार नहीं ले पाया, तो मैं कहूंगा कि मैं 75% बार तो एक्यूरेट था, लेकिन 25% बार ऐसा हो सकता है कि भैया मेरा मामला जो है वो गड़बड़ हो गया हो, मेरे से चेकिंग करने में गलती हो गई हो। तो मेरे को मालिक ने बोला है कि 95% कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए तुमको। आदमी को भगा रहे हो, 20% छुट्टी मार रहा है वो, ये बोल के भगा रहे हो, इस बात पे तुमको 95% एतबार होना चाहिए। और 5% एक्यूरेसी होनी चाहिए। कहने का मतलब है अगर तुमने 100 बार चेक किया वर्कशॉप में तो 95% बार, 95 बार तुम्हारी रीडिंग सही होनी चाहिए। 100 में से 5 रीडिंग इधर उधर हो जाएगी तो चल जाएगा, लेकिन 95 रीडिंग एकदम बराबर आनी चाहिए। 100 में से 95 शर्ट एकदम तुमको 32 इंच कमर की सीलनी है, 5 शर्ट इधर उधर हो जाएगी, चल जाएगा। समझ में आ रही मेरी बात? आई होप यू ऑल आर गेटिंग माई पॉइंट। सॉरी गाइज फॉर दोज हु एक्सपेक्ट मी टू स्पीक इन इंग्लिश, there are certain situations when a teacher has to go that extra and to make sure that everybody understand. So I hope everybody was able to understand this. I hope everybody was able to understand this. So now let me proceed. So now you have understood the question. So basically what I know is that the supervisor is taking 20 rounds of the workshop. But the management has told the supervisor that bhaiya, if you are telling us that somebody was 20% idle, or you are saying us that the worker was not working for 20% of the time, then you must have to make sure that you are 95% confident on your words and you should have a precision of 5%. Now look, listen to me. If this supervisor, I am spending this much time on this problem because basically I am explaining the entire work sampling through this one question. I hope you all are getting my point, है ना? So my friends, if this supervisor took 5 rounds of the workshop and noticed that the worker was absent on one, then he took 10 rounds of the workshop and noticed the worker was absent on a total number of 2 occasions. So initially he was noticing that the worker was absent 20% of the time. Again 2 out of 10, so 20%. Then he noticed that 15 workshop visit, he noticed that he was absent for 3 days, again 20%. Then my friend, again he went on for 5 more days and noticed that again for the total of 20 days he was absent for 4 days. So again there is a idleness of 20% or absenteeism of 20%. Now if this supervisor has to confirm his point that this worker is taking 20% leave. He is absent 20% of the time, and he will say this by just visiting the workshop 5 days. And this very supervisor took 20 rounds of the workshop and noticed that this worker was absent 4 times. Again 20% is very fine. Tell me guys, if this is case 1 and this is case 2, in which of the two cases with more confidence, in which of these two cases with more confidence I can say that this worker is absent 20% of the time? Tell me, case 1, case 2. In case 1, he visited the workshop 5 times, observed that the worker was absent for a single day in 5 days. Then he increased the work sample. He collected more data, went on to visit the workshop for 20 days and observed that the very worker was absent for 4 days. So out of case 1 and case 2, in which case he will be more confident to deliver this statement that this worker is absent 20% of the time? Come on, tell me in the comment box, case 1 or case 2. Come on guys. What happened? What happened? हिंदी में बोल दूं क्या? अरे मैं कह रहा हूं कि वर्कर जो है, सुपरवाइजर जो है, वो वर्कशॉप का 5 चक्कर मारा, तो 5 दिन तक उसने 5 चक्कर मार के नोटिस किया कि वर्कर एक दिन छुट्टी मारा, यानी कि 20% ऑफ द दिन एब्सेंट रहा। अब अगर मैं इसको केस 1 ले लूं और अगर एक केस 2 लेता हूं जब इसी सुपरवाइजर ने 20 चक्कर मारा और नोटिस किया कि ये वर्कर 20 में से 4 दिन एब्सेंट था, अगेन 20%, तो ये जो 20% छुट्टी वाली बात है, ये 20 चक्कर मारने के बाद ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंटली बोल पाऊंगा कि 5 चक्कर बोलने के बाद ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंटली बोल पाऊंगा। अरे यस माय फ्रेंड अश्विन हैज फाइनली आंसर्ड, केस 2 हैज मोर कॉन्फिडेंस. Case 2 has more confidence, my friends. So all I am saying is that more the number of samples, more the number of work samples, the more confident I am for my conclusions. Similarly, my friends, the more precise the readings will be, the more precise the readings will be, the more precise the job will be, the more confident I will be on my conclusions. I hope you all are getting my point. अबे जितना ज्यादा वर्कशॉप का चक्कर मारूंगा, जितना ज्यादा डेटा कलेक्ट करूंगा, जितना ज्यादा सैंपल कलेक्ट करूंगा, उस रीडिंग से उतना ज्यादा अपने कंक्लूजन के ऊपर भरोसा जता पाऊंगा. I hope you all are getting my point. Now, what is the concept of work sampling? Let me just tell you. Work sampling is a method of finding the percentage occurrence of a certain activity. सर हिंदी थोड़ा समझ में आ गया सर, मतलब आप ही हिंदी 2 टाइम्स में चला रहे हैं. थैंक यू अश्विन. So, work sampling is a method of finding the percentage occurrence of a certain activity. How many percentage of times the worker was absent? Occurrence of any event. So, work sampling is a method to find the percentage occurrence of a certain activity by statistical sampling and random observation. By the use of statistics and observation. देखकर मैथ्स लगाकर. Among work measurement techniques, work sampling is one of the simplest available to time study analysis. So whatever the work measurement techniques, whatever the time study techniques, there are 2, my friends, work sampling and stopwatch time study. So out of these 2, work sampling is the most easy one. Yet it can be adapted to analyze complex and sophisticated patterns of work. So however the complicated work or the job is, work sampling can be done on that. Work sampling is a method of finding the proportion of total time devoted to various activities that constitute a job or work situation by random sampling. It is also called by other names. So work sampling is also known as including activity sampling, ratio delay study, random observation method, snap reading method, and observation ratio method. So there are the different names for work sampling. If any way in any question instead of the work sampling if they use some other name, do not get confused. Okay, so now how they perform work sampling, and when we perform work sampling is used for or suitable for determining what? When we use work sampling, number one, machine utilization. As I have just said, if I want to find 20% of the time the labor is not working, to machine utilization, that means 80% of the time he is working. Allowances for unavoidable delays. If I have noticed that 80% of the time he is working and 20% of the time he is not working, so there is a very good chance that these 20% of the time he was working on something essential. He might be having his lunch, he might have gone to the toilet, he might have taken a very small break to sutta, anything, he might be doing anything. So there are certain moments which are unavoidable. If I am going to toilet, it is an unavoidable natural call. So definitely some delay will be there, which will be an unavoidable delay. So we definitely have to provide some allowances. Ashwin, don't worry, I will share the notes on the group chat. Everything will be for you, hai? Don't worry about that. So all I am saying, there has to be some allowances. So we can only get to know about these allowances when we take samples of the work. When we take the samples of the work of everybody in the workshop, every worker, then only we will be able to find that yes, they need half an hour for lunch, they need 15 minutes for tea, and we will have to give them those allowances. They are unavoidable delays, we cannot avoid them. Then work sampling is done for work standards for direct and indirect work. The technique is particularly suitable for determining standards for indirect and service work. Now, what is this? I will explain to you in a moment's time. Let us proceed now. Now, this says that work sampling follows binomial distribution. Work sampling follows binomial distribution. Anywhere where we have to find the possibility, the probability, the concept of probability distribution will come. So basically in this question, I was saying that there is a very good possibility that this worker might be absent for 20% of the time. There is a very good possibility that out of 100 readings, the supervisor was accurate for 95, but not for 5 readings. So everywhere they are asking for a possibility, a probability. So definitely it has to follow certain probability distribution. So now we have assumed, the assumption is that that work sampling follows a binomial distribution. Now we have obtained this relation using the binomial distribution function. We have obtained this relation using the binomial distribution function. Now in this function, my friends, P into S is equal to K into sigma P. What is P? P is the probability of occurrence. Probability of occurrence. So basically in this problem, if you will see, in this problem you will see the event they are talking about is 20% idleness of the machine. They want to talk about this event, 20% and 20% idleness of the machine. So 20% of the time the machine or the man was not working. So they are talking about the occurrence of an event which is 20% idleness of the machine. I hope you are getting my point. Sigma P is the probabilistic standard deviation. Sigma P is the probabilistic standard deviation. Whatever deviation there will be with respect to the data, there is a very good chance that if I have taken 20 readings and out of that in 4 situations, 20% of the time the worker was not working, then there is a very good chance, my friend, that I have taken wrong readings. There must be a deviation. So sigma p is basically the probabilistic standard deviation. It is given by this relation. Now my friends, remember this relation and this relation, they have been obtained from the function of binomial distribution. We do not have to go into deep into these relations, that how they came and how we know that these are the relations. You just have to assume that using the binomial distribution function these relations have came up. Okay, so sigma p is what? P into 1 minus p by n. Now this p is the probability. I have already seen. What is n? It is the total number of events. So basically I have taken 20 readings. In order to verify this event, I have taken 20 number of events. So here n will be 20. I hope you people are getting my point. Whatever the number of events I have created to consider or check the possibility of a possible event, in order to find the 20% idleness of the machine, the supervisor took 20 rounds of the workshop. So this 20 rounds of the workshop, my friend, is n. That is the total number of events. What is s? In this relation, s is the accuracy, the precision. So remember, plus minus 5% precision was given in the question. So plus minus 5% simply means 0.05. I hope you people are getting my point. I will simply put the value of s as 0.05. Okay, I will simply put the probability p here as 0.2. I hope you people are getting my point. Then k is the confidence factor. So now remember, I have explained to you guys that the more number of data I will gather, the more sample I will gather, 20 readings, 40 readings, 100 readings, I will feel confident in the higher number of samples. The conclusion that I will derive with more number of samples, with more data, will give me more confidence. I hope you people are getting my point. So now they say the confidence factor K. So for 99.73% confidence, oh my god, I forgot that in my slide nothing should be here. Now what to do? Okay, let me just show this like this. Then I will bring back the slide. Okay, so now you can see that for 99.73% confidence level, the value of k in this equation will be 3. For 95% confidence level, the value of k is 2, and for 67% confidence level, the value of k is 1. Now this value of k has been obtained from the function of binomial distribution by integrating the area under the binomial function curve. From there we have calculated the value of k with respect to different confidence levels. ठीक है ना? So whatever the confidence level will be given in the question, you can use the value of k with respect to that and can simply put it in the numerical and solve the question. I hope you people got my point. Okay. Now let us take on to the question. This question. So basically, my friends, they have asked me that if the supervisor wants to say that the machine is idle 20% of the time with 95% confidence and 5% precision, how many rounds? This is the question. How many rounds the supervisor should make? How many rounds? How many total number of events? N. How many rounds the supervisor should make? How many number of events? How many times the supervisor should go and visit the workshop in order to say this point that the worker is missing 20% of the time with 95% confidence and 5% precision or accuracy. So guys, now what I will be doing, I will be using this relation. So this relation is P into S is equal to K into sigma P, and I will be writing P into S is equal to, with respect to 95% confidence, the value of K is 2. So I will be writing 2 here, and instead of sigma P, I will be writing this relation, that is root over P into 1 minus P upon N. So basically we want to find the value of N, the number of readings. So what is P? P, my friends, is 0.2 multiplied by accuracy is 0.05, precision equal to 2 into root over P, that is 0.2, 1 minus 0.2 by N. Guys, simply solve this. Simply solve this and find the value of N. Let me also solve this using my good old calculator. Let me also solve this using my good old calculator. So this is coming out as 0.2 multiplied by 0.05 divided by 2, answer square, and then 0.2, 1 minus 0.2 by answer. So it is coming out as 6400. I hope all of you are getting this answer. I hope all of you are getting this answer. Come on guys, tell me. Come on guys, tell me. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? So what is this 64 suggesting? It is suggesting that the supervisor should be making 6400 rounds. Remember, he is making only 20 rounds, and through this 20 sample he is saying that the worker is absent 4 days. So he is basically absent for 20% of the time. But if he want to say this very statement with 95% confidence and 5% precision, 20 rounds are just not enough. 20 rounds are just not enough. He has to make sure that he goes around the workshop 6400 times. So in order to justify his statement, he need more 6380 samples. He need more 6380 samples. And out of those 6380 sample, if this point still proves that the worker is absent 20% of the time, then my friend, he can suspend that worker with 95% confidence and 5% precision. So my friends, I hope this point is perfectly clear to you. This concept of work sampling is clear to you. In tomorrow's class, I will be starting stopwatch time study. This is the end of today's class. Time is already over. My friends, my friends, my friends, my friends. Why only Ashwin is answering? Where are everybody? Where is everyone? Come on, guys. I hope everybody got my point. So that is all for today's session. Guys, let me give you a bit of an information. Unacademy has started or is going to start a new batch for GATE 2022 aspirants for mechanical stream, both in English and Hindi. The batch is going to start on 28th of December. And remember, if you want to join this batch, use the referral code MMM10. This code will connect you straight away to me. If you use this code to join this batch, just give me a notification on my WhatsApp number or on the Telegram channel by sending me a screenshot. Sir, I have used this screenshot. You are going to be my responsibility. I will be adding you to all my discussions and doubt groups. I will be sharing all the notes, contents and everything with you. And if any problem you will face on the Plus app, on the Unacademy Plus portfolio, I am going to be your sole point of contact. Basically, I will take the entire charge of your preparation if you will use the referral code MMM10. My friends, not only this, if you will use this referral code, you can get the maximum discount of 10% across all the subscription packages on Unacademy. So this is about the 2022 batch. Now let me just discuss a bit about the 23 batch. Another batch for GATE 2023 by the name of Ascent is also going to start on the 28th of December, both in English as well as in Hindi. The top educators on the Unacademy platform are starting this batch, and later on, other educators, even me also, I will also join this batch, and we will be providing you with special contents on the Plus sub package. But guys, remember, if you are joining this batch, Remember to use the referral code triple M10. It will connect you straight away to me. I will be in charge of your preparation. You will be my responsibility. And this code can fetch you a discount of 10%. Maximum discount across all the subscriptions available on the Unacademy Plus package. Let me tell you a brief, give you a brief explanation about the Plus and the Iconic package. Guys, these are not subscriptions, these are investments. If you will make this investment today, it is going to show you the returns in future. Through the Plus cap, you will be able to watch all the live classes with properly planned schedule. Every fourth class is going to be a doubt solving class. Doubts are very important, my friends. Even if somebody else asks a doubt in class, our concepts gets cleared through that very doubt. So doubts are extremely important. Then different rank improvement batches, crash courses will be there on the Plus package. You will be able to join n number of batches. Any batch you feel like, you can join that batch and can take the benefit from that very batch. Every week they are going to take tests. Good night, Ashwin. Every week they are going to take tests, which will be very helpful for you to analyzing how you are studying, how your concepts are, how to improve upon something. You can only have that when you have a proper data, when you analyze your performance. English and Hindi, number one issue on online platform. It is not going to be a concern for you because Unacademy will be conducting classes separately in English as well as in Hindi. Now let me tell you a brief about the Iconic package. My friends, the Iconic package is one step ahead of the Plus package. Unacademy will be providing you a personal coach on the Iconic package. This person is going to be in back of you every time you are going to face a challenge, a problem, a moment while you are preparing for this competitive exam. He will be helping you to plan your study sessions. He will be providing you with study booster sessions. He will be personally analyzing your tests. So he will be telling you that where you are making mistakes, how to improve upon them. So he is like a proper guide, a full-time guide for you. And last but not the least, the Unacademy team will be providing you with the preparatory study material. You will not have to roam about here and there, join different groups so that you can have the content, have the practice questions. Unacademy will be doing all of that. So the Iconic package, my friends, is a one-stop solution. There is no such thing available anywhere in this country like this package. So guys, now let us talk about a bit of the subscription fees of the Plus package. The Plus package comes in a variety of options. You can opt for a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, 12 month, 18 month or a 24-month package. Let me tell you, if you are going to prepare for GATE 2022, you need an 18-month package, my friend. Good night, Sonu. And if you are preparing for GATE 2023, you will need a 24-month package. Now, why I am saying an 18-month package? Although GATE 2022 is only 12 months away, guys, understand this, that after the GATE examination, there are a couple of examinations like BARC, DRDO, ISRO, and for you to study for those examinations, you need a bit of an extra time. 12-month package will not be justified. Okay, and most definitely the 24 and the 18-month package are more valuable. They are more cost effective. So they are costing 38,500 and 44,000 each. But if you can use the referral code triple M10, in the referral code section, if you will write my referral code triple M10, I have told you that you will get the maximum discount of 10%. So these prices will become these prices. 34,650 and 39,600 just by the use of this code. Now let me tell you a bit about the iconic package. It comes in two subscriptions, 12 months and 24 months, which costed 5250 and 74,000. Again, if you will use the referral code triple M10, the maximum discount of 10% will be there, and these prices will become 45,225 and 66,600. Guys, I am telling you once again, if you will use the referral code triple M10, or if any of your friends, any of your colleagues, it doesn't matter which examination they are preparing for, triple M10 code can fetch you a discount of 10% instantly. And remember, I am going to be the entire point of contact for the Unacademy. I will be responsible for your entire preparation on the Unacademy platform. Because remember, guys, I have India's number one team, as I am a part of this team, India's number one team, GATE and ESE Mechanical. Every day I go live on this YouTube channel because I'm a part of this team. This is my name, my profile here. And every other member of this group, Devendra Negi sir, Pallav sir, Aprup sir, Alok sir, Sandeep sir, Prakhar sir, Vishwajit sir, including me, they are the number one educators in their category on the Unacademy platform. So guys, triple M10 code will basically be connecting you with my entire team. And you can join the Telegram channel of this Unacademy GATE Mechanical team, my team, the Telegram channel of my team, where every educator is basically sharing their notes, contents, PDFs, notifications of their classes, and many other information regarding your other competitive examination. You can simply scan this QR code using your mobile phone camera and can join with the Unacademy team. And guys, I have already provided you with my Telegram group chat, where I will be daily, twice in 48 hours, every 2 days, I will be sharing my practice contents. So scan this QR code and join this Telegram group chat and benefit for absolutely free. So that's it for today's session, my friends. That's it for today's session. These are the number one channel in India with respect to GATE and SSC examination provided by Unacademy. So guys, thank you all for watching this session. Thank you all for watching this session. Please like, share and subscribe this video. I will be seeing you all tomorrow at 9:15 p.m. on YouTube with the continuation of this very chapter, work study, where I will be explaining you stopwatch time study. And remember, tomorrow morning 9 a.m. in the manufacturing 2020 series, I will be starting a new chapter, metal forming. So guys, stay tuned and join me tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.